Hi, this is Aziz Khan, and in this video, we will try to make a solution of a problem which was just sent to me by one of the user who watches my video, and she told me that when she's trying to use these files, she sent me these files that you can see on my screen, and when she tries to load these files in Pathloss, she was not able to do it, and because she has a very old Pathloss 5 version, her version as per her is version 5, but what I personally think is that maybe either she has a very old 5 version when the version 5 files were generally not available, or maybe she basically has version 4 and she's not fully aware of it. But nevertheless, I mean, she is not able to use these files. And this happens for us also sometimes because of any other reasons as well. Sometimes the file is a bit corrupted. It's not fully corrupted, but when you try to load the file is not loading with you. So let me give you a kind of idea that when you have this kind of issue, that you have a radio file or equipment file and that file is not working because of any reason. But if you are able to open the file, because like if you see here, if I right click on this file and I say open with notepad, so here if you see that I am able to open this file and I can read this file in notepad, so it means that I can access all the information which is provided in the file. I know that what is the manufacturer, model name, and these kind of things. So because we know that between version 4 and version 5 there are some big changes, at least in the radio file. There between 5 and 6 there are other kind of changes, but not on the radio file level. But in 4 and 5 the equipment file changes are quite more, I mean. So let me show you one of very big advantage, one program that you can use if you have it, or if you don't have it, you can get that program very easily. It comes with Pathloss 5 and it's called AntRad. I have this program opened here. Hopefully you know about this program. In this program you can open any kind of equipment file. You can convert some of the files, you can view the curves. So if you see here, you have two options. Either you have a V version 4 radio file or version 5 radio file, because as I told you, these files are very different from each other. And if you have been working on version 6, then you should know that Pathloss has not provided this program with version 6, because in version 6 the equipment file don't have that kind of big difference. I mean, the files are almost fully compatible. Usually the bigger version, the newer version is compatible with the old files. The problem happens when you have an old version, it cannot open a new file. That's why I assume that the lady, she has a version 4 and she's trying to use the file which is version 5, as I showed you as well here. I had opened one of her file, and if you see the file is for PL50. So we know that the PL4 is called PLW40. So PLW40 is not written here. Also this, I will show you a PL40 file as well. So you will understand that how PL40 file is quite different from the PL50 file, and they are not compatible to each other. Also usually PL50 files are generally as a RAF files, RAF files, and PL4 files are usually MRS files. So this is also one of the difference. But naming is not that much bigger issue. Sometimes you can get a file with a different name. Some people, they just change the last digits of the file. I mean, they change the name from RAF to MRS, but it will not work like that. I mean, if you just change the extension of the file from RAF to MRS, the file will never work. But if you have AntRad and if you know how to use it, then you can at least get your job done. So let me show you that how we can do it. As I told you, that we have all the information. For example, if I want to have this file in PL4, the problem is that this file itself will never open in PL4. But I have all the information. I have the manufacturer name, I have the radio ID, I have the TX data rate, and I have this channel bandwidth, and I mean, I have almost everything. So if I go to this and read, and now here we are in V4 radio data files. Now if you see here, we have all these blank places to be filled, and we can just pick the data from here, like for example, the manufacturer name, we can pick it from here, copy, and then I can paste it here. So in the same way, I can fill it. I have already filled one of these files. Let me open it for you. I made it with the name of test v4, given it that it's for v4. So if you see, I had put all of these values from that same file. Like I put the emission designator and modulation, capacity, data rate. So I have put almost most of the things which are required. And I have, because you need the signature delay is not that much important, but you need TX power, you need the low frequency, high frequency, ATPC range, and it needs the number of steps between the ATPC. So because it has a ATPC of 0.5 dB steps, so I had put it, because we have 37 dB range, I put it at 74. And then I had put this RX threshold as well. So, and then I can save it with a name which is understandable to me. So in this way, if for example I have a few files, and as per my requirement, I can open one file, I can put it the file's data in this AntRad, and then I can give it a name, I can save it, and then I can use it in my link. Let me show you. This file is fully workable. For example, as I have already made this file, and I had showed you the file was test v4 mrs. So this file is already here. So if I pick this file, it shows me whatever I have put. If I had put more TX options, or if I had put other things, it may have been come here as well. Whatever more information I will put. Okay, this is some other problem, not related to the file, because it opens an adaptive modulation I mean all the time. So like I picked this file, so you see that the file is picked basically. It did not give any issue. I mean it gives me the radio model, emission designator, file name, TX power, and then threshold criteria and everything. The specific fate margin I forgot. I mean, but for example, I can put it here. So if you forgot anything, you can either go and put it in the file, or and let me put some radio antenna as well, and let me make a full, not this one 7.1, no, it is a 13 gigahertz, sorry. So let me put a 13 gigahertz. Okay, let me just give it something, so that I'm not making a kind of very good, but I'm just showing you that this antenna file is working. You can see here it has put almost everything. So sorry. So we can see here that it's giving us rain availability and annual rain and multi-path availability and everything. So here you can see that if we have the data available, then we can use the AntRad program. If you have a very high number of files, for example, you have 100 hundreds of files, then and you have to use all of them, then maybe you will have to open each and every file, and then you have to make this new file. I mean the MRS file. And remember one thing, when you are saving this file, so you have to save it as MRS, not as RAF, because in Pathloss 4, RAF will not open. So MRF will open, but the only problem is that you cannot convert these files. I try to convert it. There are many issues. I mean, it don't convert. So it gives a lot of errors. I tried it 2-3 times, but I was not able to convert. So conversion is from a V5 file to V4 file is not easy, because a lot of because if you see here in V4, the problem is that all these placeholders, like for example, when manufacturer code needs, it cannot take more than 31 characters. This cannot take 23 characters. So this file is very much limited in the number of characters it can take in every position, and that is one of the, you can say, biggest reason that generally from V5 you cannot easily convert to V4, but from V4 you can easily convert to V5. That is very easy. So but in this way, which I have told you, that you open the file in any text editor, and then you copy the contents of that file and you put it on the required places. Like for example, here it says data rate. So you go to the file and you find the word data rate, that where it is written. So you will find it not very easily, but if you see here, this is TX data rate. So from here you can also see that the name are also not very same. I mean, this is data rate, this is TX data and underscore rate underscore MBS. But here if you see it, it's only data rate. It's not TX or RX. So there are differences between V4 file and V5 files, but you can get almost all of the values, and you should populate it as much as you easily can. But as a minimum, you need to put the manufacturer name, the model name, and then radio ID, modulation capacity, and then you need the frequency, and you need the TX power and RX threshold. These are, you can say, that very bare minimum, which will help you to get the file at least working in some way. But if you can put most of these items, then the file should also work in a very efficient way. So I hope that this video should have given a solution to the lady who was having some issues, and hopefully her issue will resolve. And any other person who is watching this video, if you are also having a similar kind of problem, you can use my approach, and you can also use this AntRad program, and you can also work on your file or convert your file from a higher version to a lower version. So I hope you will like this video, and please subscribe to my channel, and share my videos to your other friends, so that other people, they can also learn. So see you again in any of my next video. Okay, goodbye.